why am I even doing this video? What is this video about? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Firstly, I want to start off by saying Fuji has recently been in the hot seat regarding their autofocus, and this was mostly revolving around their top tier models, which is the XH2S and all their newer sensors. And I was sitting back and relaxing and thought, you know what, I sold my XH2S. I've got the old sensor in my X-T4, so I'm safe. However, that has changed for me with my XS20 and the Reala Ace update. Now, the reason for me making this video is I've noticed some weird changes regarding my autofocus in my XS20. Now, for some of you that has watched my previous videos, I've sold the XH2S and I've downgraded to the XS20. So yeah, I'm thinking that, you know, I'm out of the hot seat regarding these issues that others are experiencing, because I've got the older sensor which is coming from the X-T4, and I thought to myself, it's probably not affecting the older sensors. Up until recently with the Reala Ace update, Fuji decided to send out a new autofocus system to the XS20, even though the XS20's autofocus system was working perfectly in my opinion. After the last Reala update, I've noticed that the XS20 has slowed down a bit. There's a bit more pulsing than with my X-T4. So we're just going to use all the lenses we currently have available, and the 16-55 is actually going to be the ideal lens to do this test. Just to make note that I've actually got the 16-55 on 23mm. Let's put it under more pressure. Let's put it to 35 2.8 and let's see what it does. In my opinion, so far the X-T4 is performing way better than the XS20. Okay, that's enough. As you guys can see what I've done there, I know on the previous update I wouldn't have an issue like that where it can't find a face. I've got to step to the back, then it finds the face. Okay, so now we're on the 35mm f1.4, the older version. I'm on f2. Unfortunately, I don't have of the newer WR lenses. I've only got the 16-55, which is linear, as well as the 90mm f2. Okay, so now we're on the 90mm f2, and with the previous firmware, I can confirm that it hasn't been struggling as much as it is on this firmware. And you know what, I'm on 2.8, not f2, just to make it a bit easier for the lens. But we'll see what the X-T4 does after this. So now we're on the 90mm f2 at f2. Let's put it on f4. And to my surprise, the results that I found by doing this test using the X-T4 and the XS20 with all the lenses that I currently own was quite disappointing, knowing that the XS20 is much newer than the X-T4, and the X-T4 was either on par or if not better than the XS20. So honestly, I try and avoid these kind of autofocus tests. This is coming from somebody that really enjoys using manual focus lenses, whether it be paid or non-paid jobs, whether it be on my Fuji or on my Sony bodies. So the main purpose for me making this video is to try and push Fuji, to correct these issues that they've been pushing out over the last couple of updates, and not improving the autofocus system, but rather making it worse than what it currently is. As we know, all these autofocus issues stemmed from the XH2S and the XT5. I haven't seen many complaints, because even when people were complaining about the XH2S, I couldn't understand why they were complaining, because I was so happy with the autofocus system on the XS20. And in my personal opinion, I feel that the older software of the XS20 or the previous version is way better or significantly better than the current firmware on my XS20. And if I knew that was the case, I would have never updated it. I was really looking forward to Reala Ace for a very long time, and therefore the jump to the newer software, not knowing that it would deteriorate my autofocus on my body. So that's a wrap on this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If not subscribing, hit the like button. Thanks for watching. Peace out till the next one.